and welcome to this episode of Tasty Tuesday. Today we're going to be making a Greek classic, chicken souvlaki. You may have never heard of that word before and wonder what it means. Well, basically it's actually street food. It's considered street food or fast food, and it's just small pieces of meat that are cut up, and they're flavored with traditional Mediterranean flavors. And the actual word souvlaki means meat on skewers. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be making a marinade, and then we're going to be threading our meat onto our skewers, and then we're going to be headed out to the grill to actually cook our dish. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to actually get all our ingredients together, because we're going to be making it in this bag. So we don't actually need any kind of bowls or anything. And I have gotten all my ingredients ready, so I can just kind of dump them in. But in this marinade, it calls for a pound of chicken breast, which we're going to cut up into bite-sized pieces. And actually, I bought chicken strips because I thought it would be easier for me. But of course, you can, choose what you'd like. We have 2 tablespoons of olive oil. We have a tablespoon of white wine vinegar. And then we have 4 large cloves of garlic, which I've already minced. If you're familiar and if you've seen us do this before, we'll just actually take the clove. We'll mash it with our knife just to kind of get the skin loose, and then we'll actually chop up the garlic. And then we have 3 tablespoons of Greek seasoning, and I'm going to juice 1 lemon. And then we have a ½ teaspoon of salt and pepper. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add my ingredients into my bag. So this is our olive oil. And this is a real simple meal to make. If you just plan ahead, that is our white wine vinegar. And again, that was 1 tablespoon. And this is our garlic cloves. And you can also buy these, pre-minced in a jar if you'd like. And then we have our Greek seasoning, which you can find at most of your grocery stores. And that was 3 tablespoons. And now I'm going to squeeze my lemon. So I'm just going to cut this in half. I always like to roll my lemon. Anything like this, I'm going to get the juice out, just to kind of help get the juices flowing. And I'm just going to cut this in half. I have a nifty little juicer here. That'll catch my seeds and give me my yummy juice. And with summer coming up, this would be a good recipe to try. Okay. And I'm just going to add this to my bag. And that was 1 large lemon, juice of 1 large lemon. And then this is our salt and pepper, which was a ½ teaspoon of each. So I'm just going to kind of mix this together before I add my chicken. Okay, so I've got my chicken here, and again I've got strips, and I'm just going to cut these into bite-sized pieces so you can kind of see they're small pieces. Just go through all of these. And you could actually freeze this dish if you wanted to. You could basically do what I'm doing now and put it in the bag of marinade and stick it in your freezer. And then take it out and put it into your refrigerator, and it will actually marinate while it's thawing in your refrigerator. And I actually made and let it marinate yesterday, so I would have some ready for today. So I'll probably be cooking some more chicken tomorrow. So I'm going to get my bag. And I'm just going to add my chicken to my bag. Okay, before I seal it up, I'm going to wash my hands because I don't want to cross-contaminate, so I'm going to wash my hands really good. You want to use warm soapy water to clean your hands, but if I had left my hands, you know, with the chicken juices on it, and I put it on this bag, and then I end up putting it in the refrigerator, I'm just going to cross-contaminate everything in there. So I'm just going to mix this around in my bag. And then this will marinate. It needs to marinate at least 6 hours. So 6 hours or overnight it needs to marinate. And that lemon and that vinegar that we added are going to help to tenderize our meat. It just actually breaks up the long proteins in the muscle of the meat. So it'll help make it tender, and you can use any kind of meat. It doesn't have to be chicken. It can be any kind of meat you want. So I'm going to put this in the refrigerator, and then I'm going to get out what I marinated yesterday. Now when you're using skewers, of course you can get metal skewers or wooden skewers, and I'm using wooden skewers, and you can see that I have them soaking in some water, and they need to soak at least 30 minutes before you put them on the grill, and that's going to prevent them from burning. So I have a dish here that I'm going to put my skewers on. Or my meat on my skewers. And I'm thinking maybe I'll put maybe 5 pieces. This is supposed to serve 4, so it's 4 servings. And I don't know if you're noticing, I'm using one hand to pick up my chicken, and I'm using my other hand trying to keep it clean. And you can add vegetables to this too if you wanted to. That one looks pretty good. And when you're done with your marinade, you need to be sure, just throw it away. You don't want to use it again. It smells really good. I know yesterday I was just down here cutting up garlic, and they came in and said, "Miss Candy, what are you cooking?" Like, nothing, I'm just cutting up garlic. Curious to see how many skewers I get. I think this would be good with a salad. You may maybe want to have it with a Greek salad, even some roasted vegetables if you wanted to roast some vegetables with it. Now when I go out to the grill, I'm going to have me a clean dish to put my cooked skewers on. A lot of people, and I've noticed this, when they're cooking out, maybe they're cooking hamburgers or grilling hamburgers on the grill, and they'll pat the hamburgers out, and when the hamburgers are done cooking, they'll put it right back on that same plate, and you're just cross-contaminating your food, and you could get sick. Okay. All right, I think I've got everything in there, so I'm just going to throw this away, and I'm going to wash my hands, and we're going to head out to the grill. All right, we're outside now. We have our grill going. Now this is a gas grill. You can use a charcoal grill if you want to. If you don't have a grill, you can just cook them. Maybe you have a griddle skillet that you can use inside your house, or you may actually have the griddle on your stove that you can use to grill on. So I'm going to put our kebabs or skewers on the flame. Get these going. And then remember, we're not going to use this pan again, so I'm going to just close this. And I'll check them in about maybe 10 minutes. And I have a food thermometer here that I'm actually going to insert in our chicken in just a few minutes, because our chicken needs to get up to 165 degrees. But again, if you don't have a food thermometer, you can just cut your chicken in half, a piece of your chicken. I would probably go with a larger piece. And you just want to make sure your juices run clear and that there's no pink inside of your chicken. Okay, I'm looking at my skewers, and you can tell some of them got a little too hot, even though I soaked them more than 30 minutes. So just, be careful of that when you're cooking, and keep an eye on them. And you may need to check the temperature of your grill as well. So we've checked them. It's probably been about 5 minutes. They still have a ways to go.
Check it out.
Yeah, they're getting brown now.
Oh, yeah.
They're looking good. Yeah, that looks good. It's pretty little grill marks. Our chicken has reached 165, and we've turned our grill off, and we're just going to let them rest for just a few minutes, and then we're going to take them off and pull them off of our skewers. This is Kenny Bailey. You probably saw him in a few of our little clips. He's actually our horticulture agent, and he's also the grill master here in our office, so he was kind of assisting me with this. So we're going to taste one of our little chicken nuggets. So just grab one, Kenny. They're hot. Oh boy. It's a really good flavor. That Greek seasoning, you can taste that Greek seasoning in there. So hopefully this will be something that you will want to try. It's a very simple recipe, especially if you plan ahead. You marinate it the day before, take it out to the grill the next day and grill it. So hopefully you'll give this recipe a try, and hopefully I'll see you again on Tasty Tuesday.